Kate Certain is the definition of the word resilience. She's a woman you would call a go-getter, and she has a heart of gold when it comes to speaking out about her passion to educate people about mental illness. Kate has bipolar disorder, but she doesn't let those words label her or determine what she can and can't do in life. But even with that kind of inner strength, she depends on an even stronger support system to keep her going.
And I think that every day is a part of my journey with mental illness. So when I have gone through some of the more difficult times, for example, recently I've gone through a very difficult time where I've really relapsed quite a bit into deep spiraling depression. And finding and fighting through that is something that I only can do with the support of my friends, my family, those folks around me that really lift me up in the times when I can't get up on my own.
Kate graduated a year ago with an executive master's degree in business administration from the University of Missouri, Kansas City. So while her daily activities don't directly involve talking about mental health issues, she takes every opportunity she can to share an understanding of mental illness in the business world.
I really try to show them that it's not always the way that they've expected or anticipated someone with mental illness might be. I really try to show them that it could be their neighbor, their sister, their brother, their mother, anyone that they know. And by doing that, I also try to show them that it's one of those things that can be fought through, but just because you look great one day doesn't mean you can't fall apart the next. So supporting those individuals with mental illness is something that's vital to the success of everyone.
Crisis Intervention Training, or CIT, is a program Kate works closely with in Kansas City. She was featured in a recent documentary that showed how important it is for law enforcement to understand individuals who have mental illness.
Or these police officers come and they respond to someone who's in crisis, who may be suicidal, who may be having an anxiety attack and it affecting them physically and all those other horrible things that can happen to folks. That they have the appropriate amount of sympathy and the appropriate amount of action to be taken to help these individuals so that they know how to deal with someone in crisis, because it's not the same way you would deal with everyone else.
Much of her success is due to her likable nature, and Kate credits the wonderful influence of her mother and grandmother.
By saying everyone who knows Kate loves Kate. Anyone I've ever met who's ever had the good fortune of getting to meet her has just fallen in love with her. She's got a very warm, giving spirit.
So I have two great examples of women who are strong, who persevere, who really kind of just take life by the horns and go. And without having had those women in my life, I don't know that I would have the strength to carry on like I do these days.
In addition to her drive to be an advocate, Kate is an exceptional listener, which is something that has always been important to her.
Listen to them and help support them and help them know that they're not alone in this journey is so important to me, because unfortunately part of the mental illness is feeling that you're alone. There's no one out there that understands. There's no one that can be a part of your life because you are just this terrible person and all of these other things that are just awful that it does to you. But being able to tell someone and to really hope that they believe that that's not the case brings me such joy that I can't even put into words.
A champion to me is someone who is a leader and someone who teaches other people, and Kate is a perfect example of that, because she's always volunteering her time and teaching other people. And as I mentioned earlier, she is so open about what she struggles with that she is a leader and an example to everybody. And that to me is a champion. A champion is a leader and an example setter, and that's Kate.
As long as we can keep fighting together, then everyone is a mental health champion that works in this field. regardless of what they're doing now and regardless of whether they get an award to tell them so.
That is what makes Kate Certain a mental health champion.